How you doing? Mr. DJ's back and outsourcing Billboard's Hot 100 of October 5th, 1968. And I tell you what, I'm getting fired up. I only got 3 hours of sleep last night, and it's in the morning now. It's about 1:16 a.m. in the morning, but I'm getting fired up over this Hot 100. There are some Lost 45s that I want to share with you. Let's go ahead and get started right now. This song had a very promising beginning. The week of October 5th, 1968, this song went from number 85 to 59, but it stiffed at 44. Archie Bell and the Drells do the Choo Choo, their biggest pop hits, Tighten Up, and there was oh gosh, I Can't Stop Dancing. I Can't Stop Dancing, one of my favorite records by Archie Bell and the Drells. And Tighten Up too. These songs, they just hit the spot. The Lost 45, Do the Choo Choo, coming in at number 59 the week of October 5th, 1968. Guess who wrote and produced this record? The legendary team of Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, who had become really big in the 70s as they would produce the Philly International label. Harold Melvin at Melvin and the Blue Notes, I believe Billy Paul, and there was the OJs. That was later, though. This is some early stuff for them. The production wizardry of Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. Tighten Up. I want to talk about Tighten Up for a few minutes because I read about this before and my memory got refreshed reading about this on Wikipedia. Tighten Up by Archie Bell. Now here's how this song came. This is one story how that song came about. Tighten Up. Archie Bell was depressed, and for understandable reasons. He got his draft notice. We are talking the height of the Vietnam War, 1967-68. A draft notice in the mail when you're 18 years old was a fact of life. That's all there was to it in the late 60s. And understandably, Archie Bell, he was bummed. The other group member, his name was Billy Butler. To cheer Archie Bell up, he demonstrated a dance called the Tighten Up. And Archie Bell said, "Man, what is that? What dance is that?" And he told him. Billy Butler said it's the Tighten Up, and Archie Bell, he came up with the music, came out with the slamming track to Tighten Up. I think it was right after he got drafted. Got drafted into the Army. He was wounded in Vietnam. As the band reached the peak of its popularity, Archie Bell and the Drells, it's just a shame. That's the thing about here in America in the 60s. A lot of the pop stars were drafted. Gary Lewis was drafted. Archie Bell was drafted. Of course, Elvis, that's the most famous one. He got drafted in 1958. And England, they dropped the draft in 1959, 1960. So a lot of these rock bands that came out of England were able to flourish without threat of being inducted into the Army. England had dropped their draft. About 1959, 1960, at the time when Paul McCartney, Ray Davies of the Kinks, Mick Jagger, they were hitting draft age at that time. Think about that. Think of what the British invasion could have looked like had Britain kept the draft through the 60s. Something to think about. Archie Bell and the Drells at number 59 with Do the Choo Choo.